Hey everybody, this is Kostas Papadakis from Bootstrapping Strategies, and in this video I want to show you and walk you through how to set up the new Click Magick Campaigns Tracking scheme. And it's pretty straightforward, but I've had some people asking me about it, so I thought to do this quick video. And while I decided to do this video, I'm gonna show a little bit more advanced stuff as well, like how to pass these new values that Click Magick campaigns using, basically the UTM variables, onto your web forms and generate click IDs, etc. Now, for those of you that didn't understand the last statement about click ID, don't worry, okay? The first part of the video is going to show you how to set up campaigns, the Click Magick Campaigns Tracking, and why this new scheme, okay? What has changed and why you need to be using it. But for the rest of you that want to know a little bit more advanced, then you probably need to watch the entire video. All right, so with that said, first of all, let's a little bit talk about what is Click Magick Campaigns. Obviously, if you go Click Magick, you can go and check the help articles, but very quickly, so basically it's a new sort of modern tracking solution, as Click Magick calls it, using the industry standard UTM parameters that have been around pretty much forever. Yeah, those UTM/source, UTM/content, etc. That if you're using Google Analytics, you're probably already aware of them. All right. Now, so far so good. Okay. Now, the reason why Click Magick, and I have a feeling pretty much every other tracker in the world will try to do something similar to what Click Magick with campaigns have done, is that there are no redirects or tracking links involved. Okay, now what's the issue with that? Okay, why it hasn't been an issue so far? Well, recently, or maybe around January, in 2020, Google sort of made an announcement that will pretty much block all third-party cookies and treat them as malicious or unwanted code. Okay, now without going into too many technical details, a tracker works by usually placing a cookie in a visitor's browser, and then they know what they've done, the pages they visit, etc. Okay, so every tracker in Click Magick included will give you a tracking link, and when someone clicks that tracking link, they record the visits, the actions they take, etc. Usually using their own domain or a custom domain, but pretty much it's using the tracker domain at some point. Okay, so that is considered by Google a third-party cookie, because the final URL is obviously where the visitor will land, obviously in your domain. Okay, so because of that, the big tracking players in the market, and I think Click Magick is one of them for sure, okay, decided that they want to make sure that these won't cause issues for people. So they've developed, Click Magick developed this campaigns tracking, all right, which for now you really only need to use it when you run Google AdWords, okay, paid traffic, and maybe Facebook, etc. But as a requirement for now, okay, at the time of doing this video, is really for Google AdWords. However, because Google obviously is a huge player, okay, and when they make a change, other people will follow, you can be rest assured that at some point in the future, pretty much every other traffic source platform will follow, okay, a paid traffic source. So you could expect Facebook will do the same, and then and I think Facebook is already doing it with mobile anyway, with third-party cookies, and you will expect that Bing ads will do the same. So it's good to be aware and see what you can do about it. So basically, like I said, you can read, if you're using Click Magick, you can read about it in the help section, but I'm going to show you how to set it up pretty quickly. And I think pretty much campaigns has pretty much been rolled out to every user by now. So when you log in, you will see something called campaigns. You click on it and you will see something like this, okay? And what you really need to do is follow the guides, but let me show you quickly how to set this whole up. Okay, you first of all, you need to place some website codes, at least a couple, okay, to your site's header. All right, now there are plugins if you're using WordPress that allow you to put across all your pages codes in the header and footer, so it's applicable to all pages. But you can also only do it on the pages you'd like to be tracked. Okay, however, I would recommend to place these codes to all the pages in your WordPress if you're using WordPress, and because it doesn't do any harm, and you never know if you're going to track other pages as well, so you might as well do it. So you just want to make sure. So the first thing is, you probably won't have anything here, so you will need to create to create a project, where you see here it says rename project, because I've already created one. Okay, so you basically just give it your domain name here. All right, and then the other thing you need is to go into this little wrench here and grab the website code. You need the first one, which is the click tracking code. Now, I'm not going to show you how to place it, or because I don't know what script you're using, okay, but what you need to remember is you need to place that code, copy it, and place it under the head section of your pages across your entire site, so that will track clicks. And then the conversion tracking code depends what you want to do. If you want to track opt-ins, you need the action. If you want to track engagement, i.e. from one page of the funnel to the other, if you have multi-page funnels, multi-pages basically that someone goes through before they reach to a point where you track an action, then you want to use the engagement. And if it's about a sale, when you want to track if someone bought something, you need this code. Okay, so the most common one is the action one, where you want to place this to the thank you page of your after whatever page they see after someone becomes a subscriber to your list. Okay, again, I'm not going to show you where to place them. Remember, you can place them under the head section of before the head, the closing head section of your pages, and it's pretty easy to do with WordPress. You can get a plugin, headers and footers or something like that, to place it. Okay, and pretty much that is it. Okay, you can then go and just build a URL with UTM parameters like you see here, and let me show you. Okay, this is the option here. So basically, you put the URL you want to track with campaigns here. So I've got a demo one. All right, and what this will do, then you go here and you add in your UTM variables. Okay, if you're using Google paid ads, okay, you can pretty much you can just pretty much use token variables that will be replaced, okay, by the traffic source, in this case Google Ads. Or you can hard code values. For example, you can say Google here, and you can say ad one, all right, and the campaign name, okay, and you don't have to fill in all of these. All right, and what will happen is, when you scroll a little bit below, you will see that ClickMagick gives you this link. Okay, and that is now your tracking link, and this is what you will need to give to the traffic source, to your for example Google AdWords for now, okay, to track this. And you can do the same with Bing ads and Facebook ads, etc. Okay, and you can read about the traffic source variables. For example, in Google, you can do something like that, and then when someone clicks on that link with a specific keyword, for example affiliate marketing, then in your stats it will show they came from Google ad one and campaign name, whatever campaign name, and that keyword will be dynamically added into your analytics. Okay, and this has been the same way that Google Analytics works, okay, using these UTM variables. So far so good. That's all you need to do. All right, and then if you go to campaigns again, you will start seeing, once you get some traffic, you will start seeing stats like that. So visitors, actions, engagement, if they bought something, return on ad spend when you put the ad spend, etc. All right, and that is it. You don't need to worry about anything else, and you can go ahead and use it as is. All right, for for most people, you don't need to watch any further, okay? This is pretty much it. Obviously, you need to go a little bit to ClickMagick, read a little bit more about campaigns, but that's how you set it up. Now, if you want to do a little bit more advanced stuff, like for example, pass those variables that you generated here, okay? So, for example, Facebook or my content. Obviously, you need to give better names than what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm just doing this to demonstrate. Okay, so if you want to pass those values, including any dynamically generated from the traffic source, to your opt-in form, to your web form on your opt-in page. So, for example, if we take this page and I want to pass those values onto my form here, for example, as hidden values, all right, then this is what I'm going to show you now. This will also include generating a click ID, which for those of you that are aware, you usually use a click ID to pass to an affiliate network, but I personally like to also store the click ID into a subscriber's record field, so I can then see the lifetime value of that subscriber. Okay, so if that doesn't make much sense, it means you probably don't need to do all the stuff I'm going to show you now. But if you are interested about learning how to do this with campaigns tracking, the Click Magick Campaigns Tracking, you need to watch this now and the remainder of this video, right? So for this example, I'm going to be using an opt-in page that I have on Optimize Press 3, and I'm going to be using ConvertKit as the email service provider to pass these values and store them into my subscribers record. But of course, you know, you don't need to use this. For example, you can use any landing page generator that allows you to connect via the API to your favorite email service provider, and as long that email service provider allows you to create custom fields, so you can store these UTM parameters values to your subscribers field, then you know you can use pretty much anything that's out there. Okay, and I believe that nowadays pretty much any email service provider allows you to create custom fields anyway. All right, so this is the page I'm going to be using, and this is the form. What will happen, you will see when I edit this, there will be some fields here, but first I want to show you how to do this, how to create the web form to be ready to receive those values, the UTM values, in this example in ConvertKit. But like I said, you can do it with pretty much any other email service provider. So I'm in ConvertKit, I'm in landing pages and forms, and I've created one already, but I'll do a new one just for demonstrating this. So you click on landing pages and forms, and you just want to click on form here and just do an inline. All right, and just pick any template, really, it doesn't really matter. Just choose this one, because the thing is, I'm not going to be using this template. Okay, I just want the code to exist, so I can use my landing page builder to connect via the API and store that subscriber into that form and list, basically. Okay, depending on what you're using. Well, ConvertKit is a bit special because you're using tags instead of lists, but it's the same idea pretty much. So like I said, this, you know, won't be using this, so it doesn't matter, you can leave it as is. What we want to do here is create the fields, okay, the custom fields that we'll be using to store this for its subscribers. So the first name email address is fine, you know, I like to collect first name and email address, but then I want to create the remaining fields for the UTM value. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to create one with you to see how I do it. All right, so you go here on the right. I've got some already. Okay, so you need to create UTM. Now I've already created them. Okay, you can see as I type it. Okay, but you won't have it here. It says create new and just say yes. Okay, so you do that. Leave the custom field label as is. It doesn't matter because this won't be shown to your subscribers. Okay. The next one, for example, is what? UTM medium. All right, actually, let me do it from here. You need to create that as a custom field, UTM medium. All right, and you can leave this the same. And the next one, UTM campaign, etc. Okay, and you need to do that for the remaining two. Plus, what I do is create one for the click ID. Okay, so I've just went ahead and completed the other ones, and you can see here I've created UTM source, medium, campaign, term, content, and CID for click ID. Okay, again, these fields won't be shown to your subscribers, but they need to be there so ConvertKit knows and stores these values to your subscribers fields. Okay, so we will go back to the form now. Oops, first make sure you save this. I left the name as is, but you can call this form anything you like by clicking on this pencil here. So I'm going back now to my web form opt-in page, alright, and I'm going to go into edit mode. Okay, so now I'm in edit, and I've already, I like this page. I'm not going to show you how to create a template and landing page, but I'm going to show you what to do with the form we just created in ConvertKit. So because this is a pop-up, it's two-step opt-in. Basically, they click here and then the overlay displays. Now you can see there's only the first name and email here. So in AutomaxPress, you just need to find a similar way how to do it on your own landing page. You need to make sure you choose the integration. So in my example, ConvertKit, and here what I want to do is find that form I created. Okay, and it's got plenty here. Let's see if this is the right one. Okay, it's the right one. Okay, so I've got some other customer fields here, but don't pay attention. What you want to make sure is you've got first name, email, the CID for click ID, the traffic, the UTM source, the UTM medium, the UTM content, the UTM term, UTM campaign are selected. Okay, so you got your typical first name and email that will be shown to your visitor, and then you have all these 6 remaining custom fields as hidden. Okay, you can leave the rest as is. This is where you give it where you want to redirect the subscribers after they opt-in. And by the way, this is the page that needs to have that Click Magick Campaigns action code. Okay, but if you recall, I said that you can put it on every page, and ClickMagick will know that this came from that and attribute that conversion. Okay, anyway, this is is beyond the scope of this. I'm just going to show you how to pass these variables to your web form, and if you like for any reason to pass these variables, these custom fields to the thank you page, just make sure you have this as on. So I'm going to do click next, and yes, that's fine, close. And now you see that I've only shown 4, although it should be 7 here, and I said that when the subscriber will see this, they will only see 2. But for testing purposes, what I always like to do is display all form fields, okay, just for testing things. And then once I'm ensure that everything is okay, then I go and hide them like this, for example. Okay, so you can see so now the fields are there, but they're not visible to the visitor. Okay, but for testing this, I'm gonna make sure they're visible for now. And also we need here to ensure there is a placeholder that the code from ClickMagick, okay, that will see our page, will go and replace these UTM parameters from the URL to these form fields. Okay, so for example, for click ID, okay, the actual placeholder value is called CMC ID, all right, but for the remaining is what you would expect. Okay, and by the way, you can actually make sure these are visible just for testing, by the way, again, so you can see that where a field is going. Okay, so that's UTM campaign, so I need the placeholder to be square brackets UTM campaign. Okay, and the UTM content needs to be square brackets UTM content. Okay, so you get the idea. You need to ensure these placeholders are there, so the ClickMagick script, when someone visits, it will grab the values, the UTM parameters from the URL, it will generate click ID, and then it will go and replace these values to this form. Okay, again, for testing this will be visible, but when you want to go live, you will hide these fields and everything will still be stored in the background. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video and fill in the rest one, but you get the idea what you need to do. Alright, so now you can see I've added all the placeholders that I want my values to be replaced with in these fields. Okay, for now, again, they're visible just for testing. Later on they won't be. Okay, so I'm saving the page and I can preview the page, and you will see that it shouldn't have much now when I click here other than the click ID, which is here. The remaining are empty, and I want to make sure that I haven't put a double square bracket here because this shouldn't be there at this time. So let me check that to make sure everything is as it should. Yeah, you see I've put two brackets here. Actually I've put only one, and again down here. So that's always good for testing. Alright, so you might want to make sure there are no typos. Save it again, reload it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to Click Magick Campaigns, and this is my link. And now I can leave the same, but let's try it something else. Google, add one, my test campaign. Obviously, again, you need to use your own my test term, and this here can be something like, you know, like this, like a dynamic variable that will be passed from the, in this case, let's say it was Google AdWords, so you know what keyword was used and stored under the UTM term. But for now we don't have that, so I'm going to hard code it. I'm just going to give it as a value here, and the same for content, which you can use whatever thing you want. All right, so now I've got this link. All right, and I can just do copy here, and if I go and give this value now, this URL in the browser, and click on it, okay, it will load my page. Okay, and when I now click on continue to go to opt in as a user, okay, I will see all these fields being replaced, okay, being added to my custom fields. Now remember, again, when you actually do this live, someone visiting your page will only see this first name and email because that's what you want to show them. Okay, the rest will be hidden, but as you can see, this thing works now. Okay, so you've got the click ID value that was generated from the visitor, the string for UTM campaign, the string for my content, the string for my medium, the string from the UTM source, and the UTM term. Okay, so when I put a name here, Costas YouTube CM test 1, okay, and I'll just give it something like here to test it, okay, with one of my emails. What will happen is should redirect me to the thank you page, okay, and then as you can see, I'm actually doing some form replacement on the page as well. This is supposed to be the name, okay, and then if I go to Click Magick Campaigns, so when you go to campaigns, you can select the source here, you can leave the remaining as is, okay, but you will see the terms here, for example, add one, campaign, for example, my test campaign. You see our campaigns tracking now all these UTM values, and the term, you will see my test term here, the one I did, and for content, you will see my content, which is the values I use in the UTM values. And then you will see the actions here, you can click on it, you can see there is one today, on the 16th, you see. Alright, and there's some other stuff that were going on for earlier tests. Alright, so that's how the campaigns would track it, but the most important thing is to make sure that these values now are into your ESP, email service provider. So if I go now, you will see this is the test email I used, and now if this is the subscriber record, okay, so that's the email address, that's the name, that's the click ID value which I use for identify lifetime value of a subscriber, but also when I do affiliate marketing and pass into an affiliate network, and then I can use it as a post back, and then when the affiliate network, when someone makes a sale with my link, the affiliate network sends a post back, and then I can attribute the action to this click ID user because that number is unique. Okay, but the most important thing is This is the UTM campaign term, this is my contact, this is the medium, the source, etc. Okay, you can use then these values in your emails, but I'm not doing it for that. Okay, mainly I'm doing it for just tracking to make sure, because I want to know all these details for each of the subscribers, especially when I'm paying for traffic. Okay, but just to give you an idea, if I wanted to use these values now with ClickMagick, the normal tracking campaign links, what I would do, I would pass this CID custom field as a sub ID to a tracking link. Okay, now if you're not sure what that means, it probably means you don't need it. Okay, but what this would do, so let's, for example, this was a tracking link, say mytrackinglink.com, and it was an affiliate offer. I would do a / and then I would give the custom field name that ConvertKit's using, so something like curly bracket CID, for example, a subscriber field or something. Okay, and then when that user, for example, let's say clicked to see that offer, it will be recorded in ClickMagick Tracking, not the campaigns, in ClickMagick Tracking. And if they would make a sale, because I'm using postback URLs, then I would attribute that sale to this specific user. Okay, and that's how I can get the lifetime value of a subscriber. You could do a similar tracking thing with campaigns again, where you would use them for your emails. You don't need to. Okay, I would suggest only use the campaigns tracking from ClickMagick for paid traffic sources and generally cold traffic. Okay, now something I realized I didn't explain maybe properly is how you generate this value. Okay, because these are, you know, you get them from the campaigns tracking, the URL builder. However, this is something called additional ClickMagick additional URL parameters, and you can read about these here. What are the optional campaigns URL parameters? And you can do some nice advanced stuff with this, like pass the click cost, for example, the goal. So when you pass them like here, it will override whatever action code or you know, the click tracking code you've got on the page. You know, these codes you've put in the just below the header of each of the pages. So what you can do is you can use these special parameters, additional, and pass values. And that's how I generate the click ID. Okay, you can see it down here. Okay, so this is the special added parameter I've added in my URL, and that is what is generating the click ID that I can then pass into my web form and or to an affiliate network. Okay, so you can read about this in the ClickMagick help. You know, just type, you know, optional campaigns URL parameters, and you'll get to this post. Okay, and there's some other stuff you can do, some other ninja stuff where you can hide some values, etc. So that's what I wanted you to show you. All right, and that's how you use campaigns, and that's how you pass these UTM values onto your web form, as I've shown you here. Okay, now just so you don't forget, okay, so I don't forget as well, what you need to make sure is, now that you know that this is working, you need to go back to your editing the page in the form and hide these fields. Okay, and in OptimizePress you do it the way I'm showing you here, but obviously other landing pages builders will have different ways, but this is how simple it is in OptimizePress. So now these fields are still there. They will get populated with the UTM values when I use these UTM values from a traffic source, but obviously the user that visited my opt-in page will only see the first name and email. Okay, and just to do a test, you can see that this is the case. Now if I click here, you only see the first name and email. Alright, so that's what I wanted to show you. I hope you liked this video. And like I said, campaigns tracking is definitely going to be very useful from now and in the future, because of the way that Google decided and to handle cookies, third-party cookies. Okay, because here's the thing, because we log into Google and Facebook from all our devices, they know who we are. Okay, so they pretty much don't need any cookies themselves, okay, to track us. Okay, so that's why Google went ahead and did this. Okay, said, okay, I'm gonna change the game. Now I don't know the deep reasons behind it, but they don't care because it doesn't break any of their tracking. Like I said, they track us from all the devices we log in, so they know who we are without placing any cookies, okay? But that means for tracking that they place third-party cookies is going to be a game over unless they change to something like Click Magick did, okay? Because remember, although now it's only Google AdWords that is going to be an issue, okay, and you need to use these UTM values, something like Click Magick Campaigns Tracking, I can guarantee you that pretty much everyone else of the traffic sources will start using the same approach and block or treat third-party cookies as malicious code or block them at the minimum. Okay, so I hope you find this useful. Below this video you will see a link to my blog where you can learn a little bit about other articles, and especially if you're into affiliate marketing. And also, just in case, I will put a link to this particular page just in case you're interested in affiliate marketing, okay, with stuff I show. In any case, it's been a pleasure doing this video for you. I hope you liked it, and speak to you soon.